anything. We are.
Hey guys, so I try to upload a pre-preparation video. I'm about to go live on Road Dog Trucking Radio Show on XM Sirius Radio, channel 146 with KC. I got a couple notes. They're talking about technology. They're talking about technology and trucking, automation at shippers and receivers. How does it help and how does it hurt? I just got a couple experiences that I'm going to share. Figure it'd be productive. I'm doing my 30-minute break near Louisville, Kentucky.
After the Mid-America Truck Show, I was putting in a floor for them in their house. So I was on the back deck. That's where I had all my tools set up. I was cutting some of these pieces of material. And I got a whiff of natural gas. And about 20 feet off of the deck, there is an LP tank, a liquid petroleum tank. So I smell the gas. I go over to the tank. I smell it stronger over the tank. I figure gas leak. Well, that's a problem. So I call the gas company. And long story short, they now have not been able to use their gas logs. And they're really concerned because they don't know if there's gas coming to the house. So I told my mother to do me a favor, go out to the LP tank, lift the top off the thing, take a picture, and send it to me. Well, that sounds simple, right? My mother calls me back in a panic because she can't figure out how to not take a picture of herself so that she can take a picture of the thing. She needs to turn her camera around on her phone, and she just doesn't know how to do it. Now, I did not walk her through the process of how to reverse her camera. I simply called the gas company and said, my parents are elderly.
Sorry if we have to wait for a while.
Please send a tech out.
They told me I was number 4. Who knows? Maybe I won't even get in.
I guess. It was just that their pilot light was out on their gas logs. Everything was fine. But I used that story to show that even when you do have the latest and greatest technology, like a camera on your phone, if you don't know how to operate it, it ain't worth much.
That's very true.
So next time I go home,
it can hurt you more than it helps.
A tutorial on how to operate her camera phone, or phone camera, whatever you want to call it. So it is human error many times with technology. When has technology let you down? And was it human error? Maybe that's the next level of this conversation. Advancing technology and expanding trade is the topic of an interesting public policy forum that is out there on the interwebs. Earlier caller talked about how cross-border customs systems have really been a problem between the U.S. and Canada. And the folks that are in the know and the policymakers and the borders and custom folks aren't taking this and maybe scaling back from it. No, they're making technology work for border policy. They're going to be doubling down, apparently. And this is something that is relatively new. It's about 9 months old, this public policy forum write-up. And it talks about U.S. and Canada coordinating. Historically, the two countries have been able to come together and work in tandem around the border, implementing similar policies to enable faster crossings while ensuring greater security. So they had the Trusted Traveler program, and they had Nexus, both of those programs aimed at keeping the border open during times of crisis. It is important to note that decision-making in each country does function with specific imperatives and processes. So there's still the human element in those types of transactions. But they are looking to get past everybody's privacy concerns and go more towards more technology and working with cross-border. So this might be a really interesting topic to discuss at a later date. But I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that there's a lot of information about how technology may even become more the norm when it comes to customs and border crossings between the U.S. and Canada. I know that there have been many problems and long backups at the border whenever there are glitches. If you type in cross-border glitch, there are hundreds of stories out on the internet about when the technology just wasn't working. hopefully they can figure it out and make it a better situation. But maybe that's when the technology has let you down whenever you're trying to cross the border. If you got a story for me, 888-876-2336 is that number. Let's go ahead and get some more phone calls, shall we? Papa Shock is in Texas next up. Hey, Papa Shock, how you doing, bud?
Doing good, KC. How about yourself?
I'm fair, man. Thanks for calling in today, Bubba.
Hey, yeah, I want to talk to you about technology letting me down.
All right.
It just happened this weekend.
Oh, no, what happened?
There's a receiver in Houston, dipole reefer, and whenever you check in, they take your phone number. Whenever your door is available, they will send you a text with your door number.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, the appointment was 4 a.m., so I got there. I was tired. Went to the truck, made sure that the ringer was not on vibrate, and went to bed. About an hour later, I just happened to wake up and look, and there was a text on my phone that had the door available.
That's why I don't sleep.
So I went ahead and went and checked in. Luckily, they hadn't given it away. But then this morning, I had my alarm set so I could get to my receiver. I was at the truck stop 3 miles away. I didn't wake up when the alarm was supposed to go off, but my wife had texted me, and I just happened to feel it vibrate. And come to find out, the phone decided to pair or connect Bluetooth to my GPS, and so it was not making any noise. So
yeah,
that was my technology failure for the weekend.
Yeah, you missed it.
Yeah.
Well, how much time did it cost you, man?
About 2 hours over the weekend.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm glad that somebody finally called in on that, because when I was sitting there waiting on the barber, which, 30 minutes to me is not as important as it is to 2 hours for you, on the weekend. But when I was sitting there thinking about that, I thought, boy, I'm sure there are plenty of times when folks are just screwed over by technology not working for them whenever there's these types of appointment protocols and processes that shippers use.
Right. One other area where I got messed up in, and I learned from that mistake, I've only been driving for about 6 months. And when I first started driving, I've been using GPS and put in the address that the dispatch gave me. Well, so many times, that's the address of the office. That's not where the truck entrance is.
Oh, that's right.
Then you got to find a place to turn the big rig around and kind of get old country song, give me 40 acres. So
yeah,
I've learned to at least look on Google Maps and look at the facility, and from that, usually you can figure out where the truck entrance is.
Right.
And so, just because you get an address doesn't mean that's where you're actually going.
Yeah, that's a good point. And here again, Papa Shock, that's when whoever's working in dispatch or whoever's loading that information into Qualcomm or PeopleNet or McLeod or whatever the system is you're using, they need to make sure that they know where they are sending you. And all too often, it is human error. It's all about how well the data is entered into that system. So it's a good reminder for everybody. Thank you so much for calling in. Hey, has technology ever let you down?
See if I'm next.
Just like what Papa Shock is talking about. I know that it's happened to more than one of you. And how do you handle that situation? Is it something where you all of a sudden are begging for mercy from the person working at the dock or in the shipping office, and they say, sorry, you missed your window, we're going to put you at the back of the list? Or is it something where they understand 100% and they work with you and work you in? I hope that they treat you professionally in that type of scenario. We got Shrek back in Ohio. Shrek, how are you? Shrek, take your mute off. Oh, you going to do this again? Fool me once.
I might be next.
Shame on you. Fool me twice.
Put the
Shrek,
blame
going
on me.
once. This is the last time. They're not going to pick up again. I'm going to put you on notice. All right, man. See you later. I guess we caught him. He was taking a 30-minute break on the fuel island. Yeah. So Spec calls in. He waits for 45 minutes to talk the first time. Then he doesn't talk whenever I go to him. And then the second time, he waits another 15 minutes to talk.
All right,
I say you're into us for an hour, my friend, and we'd love to talk to you sometime if you want to talk. But if you don't want to talk, I understand too. All right. Hey, technology, when has it let you down? If you have a comment, 888-876-2336. I got Shrek's line open. Kentucky, we got Chris in Kentucky. Hey, Chris.
Hey, how's it going, Casey?
It's a going, man.
Good to hear. So I was going to talk about a couple facilities that it not necessarily hasn't let me down, because what I see is most of the places that use the technology in shipping and receiving, it helps more than it hurts. But like Niagara water bottling north of Chicago, it's like southeast Wisconsin, they actually load you with robots. I'm not exactly sure.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works, if it's like a conveyor system. But, you know, you get your appointment time and you're in and out in 45 minutes to an hour. So,
gotcha. Yeah, well, that is when technology works for you. And you know what? The deal is that removes the human element. Because
exactly.
That's a pretty automated type of setup.
Yeah, I mean, the whole automation and less human connection is kind of scary for all of us who work, you know, for a living. But I think in the long run, it'll be better for us. You know, we'll just have to teach our kids how to build the robots.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you know, it's funny you say that, because I was talking to a friend at church yesterday, and I asked how his son was doing, because he's my daughter's age, and what he was planning on for college. He said he's going to enter into the robotics
engineering
program at robotics engineering at this school here local. So
that's huge.
That sounds like a pretty wicked major.
Yeah, I got a 3-year-old. I'm trying to teach him everything I can about building little robot tykes. But
yeah, there you go.
I don't know if you have
like that out there now, Chris. You know, I mean, there are robotics what do we have? Erector sets, right?
Yeah,
But now they got all the robotic Legos, and they're really pushing for some of that stimulation.
It's good stuff. I don't know if you have time, but like, I guess the time that technology. So like a place that I experienced in Shreveport, Louisiana, Marpan Recycling. I was there for 9 hours about a week ago. And for an owner-operator, for anyone, that really hurts. You know, time is money. And they don't have any technology in place for when you arrive at the facility and when you leave the facility. The only thing they have is a scale ticket, and which thankfully records your in and out times. But like without that, like, so they give you a text or a phone call, like the other guy was saying, and I don't sleep for the 9 hours because I don't want to miss my appointment when they call. So where places like that don't have that technology, it really hurts. I think, if that makes sense.
It does make sense, provided that everything's working as it should work.
Right.
I think what happens is these systems are sold in a perfect environment, right? So the sales rep comes in and says, "Here's how it's going to work," but then you enter trucking into the mix.
Absolutely.
And we all know that trucking is not a perfect environment. So I hope they have contingency plans when things don't go 100% like they should in a perfect world.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it hung up, but I'm not sure why. Maybe it went into a commercial. As you can see, I was kind of nervous, man. You know, yeah, I got my hair butchered the other week. Thankfully, I wear hats. But yeah, I was kind of nervous, man. You know, I haven't done a radio show thing since Detroit back in 2012 when I was doing real estate. I was a support, I was like a real estate agent support staff for my friend who owned their own brokerage. This is before I was licensed. I was actually getting licensed. I was taking the courses and living in one of the rentals in Detroit area, the nicer suburbs, and they had a radio show. It was called Real Estate 411 Now, and I was on the show I think a couple times, just real briefly, talking about what I do, and it was during the really bad crash. Well, it was at the end of it. It was at the end of all the bad stuff, but there was still, we were doing like 90% short sales at that time, and foreclosures were everywhere, where now you can't. But anyways, my point was, even then I was nervous when my friends would put me live. You know, they were really good on the radio show, but me, I'm actually kind of a nervous person. There's no shame in my game. I mean, I do these YouTube videos to try to put content out there, stay productive, and hopefully, you know, there's a lot of things that when I was becoming an owner-operator that I wish that I was searching for, and there's a lot of guys out there that put out great content. It's just I'm trying to put out a little more and trying to use my experience. You know, maybe it'll help some people or give some light to a tunnel for someone trying to go down the same route I did. But yeah, so the radio show that I used to do, I was mostly in the backgrounds taking in people, like the guy that did to me for this radio show, taking in calls prior to putting them live on the air and asking them, kind of pre-examining them, making sure it'd be a good fit for the radio, and what they wanted to talk about, and then also generating leads for the real estate business for my friends' brokerage firm. So after they were live on the radio show, we would then contact them and stay in touch with them, you know. But this, you know, was much different, you know. There was things that I wanted to talk about more so in the technology and trucking, but we got cut off, and I was a little bit nervous. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. That was just an interesting way to put out some content. Hopefully Casey and Kevin Rutherford give me a shout out or something, or maybe they'll ban me because maybe I'm not supposed to do this. I don't know. So I tried to go live, but apparently I can't now, so it's all good. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll talk more about this, how I feel about technology in trucking is helping or hurting in my perspective, you know, actually in the mode, but because I didn't really get to cover it that great, but yeah, it was still cool, right? Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.